Happy Friday, wealth creation investors and traders. Matt Buckley, the chief investment strategist here at WCI, and finally seeing a risk-off day in the market. And why are we seeing that? Well, let's take a look at the flight schedule and see what came out this morning. Had some inflation numbers with core CPI and regular CPI, but look at this, guys. Empire State Manufacturing Index came in weak. Cap utilization rate was in line. Industrial production, a little bit better. Here's the kicker, guys. As I said throughout the week, to watch this number, I said University of Michigan consumer sentiment could be what? Watch the rest of the SITREPs, right? I said this could be a potential market moving number, and it was. Market's selling off on this because this is a bad number. And guess what? What a difference a couple days makes, right? Remember this? Anybody remember Wednesday? It's like we're in dog years in this market. Wednesday is like 7 years ago. But look at this. Retail sales. Retail sales came in, blew the doors off of it. Everybody on Comedy Central like, whoa, look at these retail sales numbers. The consumer's back and everything like that. Folks, you got to remember, these type of reports are rearward facing. It's like driving around the Daytona 500 looking in your rearview mirror. That unless you're in a Pepsi commercial, that ain't funny. The University of Michigan consumer sentiment is forward-looking, right? Survey of about 500 consumers, which asked respondents to rate the relative level of current and future economic conditions. That's why the market is selling off today. So for all the clowns on Comedy Central who are like, retail this, retail that, I said just keep your powder dry, folks. Let's take a look at the numbers on Friday and see if there's any wind in the sails of the retailer, and they are not. So that's essentially what's going on here, and it's a big miss, guys. I mean, this isn't small. Consumer sentiment misses by the most ever, and we're at 15-month lows on consumer sentiment. Not a good thing. Okay, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but that's those really aren't good numbers. Okay, what else is going on? Apple getting a little bit of a bid here, guys. Apple's seeing a little bit catching some wind in its sails. Why? Samsung's having their launch right now, and it's probably counterintuitive. A lot of you would have said, I'm going to get bearish on Apple right now because the Samsung's coming out today, and Apple's going to take it on the chin. And you'd be wrong. Buy on the rumor, sell on the news, and then invert that during these type of events. So Apple's starting to catch a little bit of a bid here and bumping off that. I've been telling my traders at WCI and Top Gun Options that this 425 level is really the beachhead for Apple. It's really that institutional support. I think this really is the Iwo Jima here. We break 425 with any sort of velocity and get out of the way, or don't get out of the way. I'm going to jump on board with a bearish double vertical, but kind of holding right now. I think if you follow me, my sit reps, or you trade live with me and watch me manage my model portfolio, I think it's over for Apple. I think it sees 380 before it sees 480, but I digress. But that's why Apple's catching a little bit of a bid today, up nearly 2%. But folks, the market, risk-off day, finally, and I'm sure Maria Bartiromo and everybody else on Comedy Central is going to be, crying and, can we drive this market higher, please? Day 10, 11. It's like the Iranian hostage crisis. How many days can we, historic highs can we get? We're running out of steam, guys, and we're starting to run into a perfect storm here of the Boehner-Obama show, right? Obama's the sequester sky is falling didn't work. He ended up looking like a fool, as did his cabinet secretaries running around trying to scare America. Americans know better. They know the government spends too much, and a little reduction in an increase in spending makes sense. So the optics didn't look good for the president, so he hopped in his car and drove over to Capitol Hill. And of course, what he said when he got there was, our differences are too wide. Nothing's going to come of this. Good stuff, Mr. President. Way to lead there. What's going on? Not good stuff overseas. You ready for this? Obama says Iran's about a year away from a nuke. We don't want to cut it too close, right? Syria is getting more military arms from Iran. Some Iranian fighter jets in F-4 intercepted one of our drones over international airspace yesterday. A couple months ago, they fired at one of our drones, which when I was in the Navy would have been an act of war, but apparently not under this president. But there was a couple, I believe they were F-18s escorting the drone that politely ask the F4 to fly away before they get vaporized. But like I tell my traders, guys, this is an inflection point. 2013 is going to be the year that either Israel attacks Iran or Iran gets a nuclear weapon. And if Iran gets a nuclear weapon, stand the hell by for Armageddon, period. The guy said he's going to use it. Okay, at least Hitler, I got to give Hitler some credit. And if your head just fell off, let me explain. At least the guy lied. At least when Neville Chamberlain came kneeling in front of Hitler, yeah, I'll sign whatever you want me to sign. And Chamberlain got off the plane, waved his paper, and said, "There'll be peace in our time. I have the signed document from Adolf Hitler." At least the dude lied and then turned around and blitzkrieg and invaded Poland and everything else. Ahmadinejad's out there actually telling the world what he's going to do, and the world fiddles, right? The president is more concerned with playing golf, and Michelle's 50th is coming up, right? They have Beyonce and what's her name coming to sing for her 50th birthday. Yeah, as more Americans left the workforce and the historic level of people on food stamps goes through the roof. Makes me sick. However, I'm going to trade the hell out of it, and I'm going to make money in these model portfolios. Look at this. Since Monday in the weekly options model portfolio, on only $12,000 of risk, we're up $2,200, and it looks like we're going to collect another $500. Looks like this model portfolio is going to finish up $2,800 for the week on $12,000 of risk. How's that sound? That's pretty freaking cool, guys. And the last week in February, one of those, hey, are we going to meander higher week? What are we doing? Which way are we going? Model portfolio on 3 trades, about $15,000 of risk, returned $7,000. What's that? A 46% return in a week, guys. If you're not in the service or haven't at least given it a test flight, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. To be honest with you, there's hundreds of traders in here. There's on our blog. First of all, you can go to topgunoptions.com, hover over services, and go down to weekly options. Or if you're an old person like me, you can just type in /weekly-options, and you can scroll down and take a test flight. But check this out. Launch-blog. Look at some of these comments. And these are because we're launching a full throttle program here coming up at Top Gun Options. But I want you to take a look at this. This one, John Hilterman. Sound strategy, superior tactics, and the discipline to follow them. That's what I've learned in my short time trading options with Whiz. Since coming on board the weekly options service 5 weeks ago, I've profited $7,555. Not looking back. That's pretty freaking cool, folks. That puts a smile on my face. I'm passionate about what I do, and if I'm helping people, that's awesome. So that puts a smile on my face. So if you get a chance, stop by our blog here, topgunoptions.com/launch-blog, and leave a comment. You can see what other folks are saying about all this stuff. Greg, longtime TGO trader. I've been following Wiz's work for some time now. The man is gold. Sign me up. So anyway, in the first 2 week test flight with weekly options, made $2,300 the first week. Didn't do so hot last week, but I like the way you think, and I'm on board. Fly Navy. Nice. Fly Navy. Thanks, Kurt. All right, guys, I got to get going. It's expiration, and it's quadruple witching, so I have a ton of positions I have to manage. I'm going to let these positions in our weekly options model portfolio expire worthless, meaning for full profit of $2,800, okay? And then I have a lot of other positions to manage. But great stuff going on here. Top Gun Options. I'm getting ready for this market to start rolling over a little bit as we get ready for the budget fight. Going to trade the hell out of it. Going to make money in these model portfolios and then swap around my strategic mindset as soon as they kick the can down the road and get bullish again, because you can't fight the Fed and this market goes higher. Okay? Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. Have a great weekend, and take a look at your email inbox for what's going on here at Top Gun Options with our full throttle launch that's going to be coming up here in a couple weeks. Okay? Have a great weekend, and I'll see you for Monday's Market Outlook.